Hello, Leo, and welcome to your reading for the month of July or whenever this video finds you. I don't believe in coincidences, so I'm sure you're going to receive this message exactly when you're meant to receive it. And if your birthday is at the end of this month, happy solar return to the Leo collective. And I'm just going to start us off today with a little bit of Palo Santo. I'd like to remind you that you don't have to be here in the presence of the Palo Santo. You don't have to be in the presence of the smoke or to smell it. It's not the smudge that raises our energy, but it's actually the spirit of the Palo Santo tree. So thank you, Sacred Palo Santo, for raising our energy, not only of our physical bodies, but also of our environments. I'm going to start us off with some cards from the Intuitive Life Coaching Oracle deck. This is by Kelly Smith. I always have the Oracle decks that I use listed down below in the description box. So if you'd like to check that out, you can find that down below. I love this deck. I call it my OG deck because I've had it the longest. I've used it the most. I also call it my tough love deck because it does that. It calls us on our shit when we need that to happen. So we'll see what comes up for us today, Leo. Let's see, what is the primary energy for the Leo collective for the month ahead, please? Okay, so I'm getting mirror. As above, so below, right? As within, so without. The mirror card tells us, Leo, that everything that's happening in your external world is a direct reflection of what's going on the inside. You know, if your house is chaos and it's a mess, well, there's disharmony inside of here as well, right? If things are going really, really well, it's because you have been taking the time to help align yourself, to become centered, to become grounded. So whatever's going on in your world in the month of July, if there is disharmony, and I feel like that is the case, it's disharmony, maybe disharmony with friendships, with relationships, with yourself, with your work, with your career, with your home, with your children, with your spouse, whatever this disharmony is, this is a reminder, Leo, that it is just reflecting what's going on the inside. And I want to say for some of you, Leo, our partners are our biggest triggers. We chose them for a reason. Our children can be our biggest triggers as well. I remember when my kids were little and I really struggled with playing with them. And they would always want to play with me and I would get really anxious. Like my son wanted to play Legos, my daughter wanted to make crafts and things like that. And I would always get really anxious and overwhelmed. And I don't know why I always felt so triggered when my kids just wanted to play with me. I'm their mom, I should play with them, right? But the reason I got so triggered is because nobody played with me when I was a child. And I didn't realize at the time that it was highlighting the part of me that I needed to heal. So when you're being triggered this month, especially by other people in your life, this is calling for you to really get clear and get honest with yourself. Get honest with yourself about what is that trigger bringing up for you? What's happening in your external world that's so triggering to you? And what is it highlighting within yourself that needs to be healed? I promise you, it's not the other person. It has nothing to do with the other person. And my husband and I, we've been together for over 25 years. We're high school sweethearts. So, you know, people ask me all the time for relationship advice. And I'm like, hey, the only advice that I have is to stay on your own healing journey because you can't change that other person. And that other person will trigger you. And that trigger can be the catalyst for some really incredible change if you allow it to be. We'll dive a little bit deeper into this reading, but before we do that, I just want to mention that if you're going to be joining me for the extended reading, we'll also pull a message from the Moonology Oracle. We'll see what moon phase wants to come up for you this month. We'll pull an oracle message from the Inspire, Change, and Healing. So this will give us a message from an archangel as well as a crystal. And we'll also pull an animal spirit too. Let's see, what will be the biggest challenge for the Leo collective in the month ahead? Again, keeping in mind that the mirror is going to hold up for us where we need to heal, where we need to grow. And as always, you know, if this message doesn't resonate with you, leave it for someone else. This is a general message. It's not an individual message. So you'll probably resonate with parts of it and maybe not the entire thing. But if you're not resonating with it, I encourage you to check out your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, or anywhere else in your chart. It feels to me like they're like a puzzle, right? And each of these puzzle pieces create the entire picture. And that will give you the best overview of what's to come for the month ahead. What will be the biggest challenge for the Leo collective in the month ahead, please, Spirit? Okay, I'm getting karma. Okay, yeah, I had a feeling this mirror card, this disharmony that I'm feeling, these triggers that I'm feeling, it seems to me like they are within another person, within relationships. So again, I'm getting for a lot of you, your partner, your children, It could be other family members, friends, coworkers, neighbors. I'm not going to narrow it down too much, but I do feel like for a lot of you, it's your partner. For a lot of you, it's your partner. And sometimes when our partner's really triggering us, it can make us question the relationship. Most of the people that I have one-on-one readings with always ask me about their relationships. Like, what can you tell me about my relationship? Am I meant to stay with them? Is this forever? Whatever. And I don't like to actually answer those questions because there's so many different timelines, right? There's a timeline where you stay together and you're happy. There's a timeline where you stay together and you're not happy. There's a timeline where you leave and you're happy. And there's a timeline where you leave and you're not happy. And an infinite number of other timelines that don't exactly have anything to do with anything that I just shared, right? There's so many different timelines. There's so many different possibilities, and we all have free will. Science and spirituality have come together to say that everything is happening at the exact same time. So all these other timelines are happening right now, and it's just up to us on which one we align with. The karma card is coming in saying that whatever justice, whatever karma is needed right now, the universe is going to take care of this. We don't have to worry about it. The universe is going to take care of it. If it is your partner that you're feeling triggered with, my suggestion for you is to go on a journey, a meditation. Write down in your journal your intention. I am going on a journey to visit my future self to see if I am with this person. And listen to a sound bath, light a white candle, put some incense on, whatever helps you to journey, whatever helps you to meditate. If you're new to meditation and you struggle with it, I recommend that. Light a white candle, cleanse your energy, ground your energy, protect your energy. Put on some solfeggio frequencies. I really love Laramar Sound Alchemy. He's here on YouTube. He's on Spotify, all the things, and he's incredible. I love his meditations. And write it down in your journal. I am going on a journey to visit my future self to see if this person is in my life. And if that person is there, then you know that that person's meant to be there. If that person's not there, then maybe they're not. Whatever area of your life you feel that there is unfairness happening or injustice happening, the universe wants you to know it's not your responsibility to balance out the karma. And for some of you, again, I'm feeling a really, really strong energy of romantic relationship here. Like this would be your partner, your husband, your wife, your boyfriend, your girlfriend, your romantic relationship, okay? And I feel like for some of you, that's going to be something that you're questioning this month. You're not sure of. Your partner's your biggest trigger, okay? I'm not saying, you are or you're not meant to be with this person. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. And for those of you who are single and you're like, what is she talking about? I don't even have a partner. Well, there's someone in your life that is here to create change. This mirror card is like, okay, thank you for the trigger. Let me see where I'm meant to change. And for those of you who are in relationships, maybe the karma is even past life. There's some karmic debt there. You're meant to balance out your karma in this current lifetime. And it's not balanced out right now. This lifetime's about balancing it out. So if you feel like you know this person before you even met them, you know them at soul level, there's a very, very real possibility that you've had past lives together. And there's some karmic debt being played out in this current lifetime. What will help the Leo Collective move through this challenge in the month ahead, please? What will help the Leo Collective move through this challenge? Okay, spiritual gifts. So you've got to lean on your own intuition here, okay? You've got to lean on your own intuition, Leo. We've all got spiritual gifts, every single one of us. Look at a child who points up and says, oh, what's that? And there's nothing in the room. And everyone's like, what is he pointing at? What is she pointing at? Well, that's because children haven't been taught yet that their intuition is not accurate. Us adults, we typically teach children not to trust their own intuition. And then before you know it, they don't trust their intuition. And then children become adolescents. Adolescents become teenagers. Teenagers become adults who all of a sudden are so disconnected with their own intuition, they don't trust it. We ignore our guts. Our gut says, don't go to that party, it's going to be drama. And then we go anyway, just because we don't want to say no. We feel guilty, so we go anyway, and it's a horrendous time. And we're like, why did I go? I shouldn't have gone. I knew I shouldn't have gone. Then why did we ignore our intuition? Or our intuition says, oh, don't trust that person. My spidey senses are going off. I don't know what it is about that person. I just don't trust them. Next thing you know, you're sitting around, you start to share some parts of your life. You're really comfortable. You share more, you share more, you share more. Next thing you know, that person's gossiping about you and you're like, darn it, I knew it. I knew I couldn't trust that person, but I did anyway. And now I got burned. Why is that? Because we ignored our intuition. Leo, you have spiritual gifts, okay? You're being called to remember those spiritual gifts. Your intuition is going to help guide you, okay? Your intuition is going to help guide you through this disharmony, through these triggers, through whatever your keep me up at night problem is in the month of July. Your intuition is going to help guide you. So how does your intuition speak to you? Do you see messages from spirit? Do you see spirit with your eyes open or maybe with your eyes closed? Sometimes when we're in meditation or when we're in the shower and we have our eyes closed or we're going for a walk, we might get a glimpse of something, a visualization of something. That's your clairvoyance. Do you hear messages from spirit? Sometimes in someone else's voice, sometimes it's in your own voice. You might hear a message. When my clairaudience is working, a lot of the times I hear messages in my left ear. My left ear. I know it's not coming from my mind when I hear it from my left ear, even though it is in my own voice. Yes, I hear voices in my head. You might get that gut feeling. You might have that strong inner knowing. It's like you know things without knowing how you know them. This is one that I always get. My sister-in-law used to always get me to rate her boyfriends. She'd be like, what do you think about this guy? And I would tell her, and 100% of the time I was right. She didn't ask me about her current husband. You know things without knowing things, and you don't know how you know them, you just know them, and you're always right about them. That is your intuition. We all have it. We all have intuition. Our intuition is just like any other muscle, okay? The more you practice it, the stronger it's going to get. The more you ignore it, like any other muscle, you got to use it or you're going to lose it, right? So if you don't trust your intuition, you don't practice your intuition, you're going to lose your intuition. It becomes less strong. So how can you practice your intuition? Well, I like oracle cards. I pull a card for myself every single day, sometimes multiple times a day. That's a great way to practice your intuition. You can start saying yes when you really, really want to say yes. You can start saying no when you really, really want to say no. I know a lot of the times we don't like to say no because we don't want to rock the boat. We don't want to upset anyone. I get it. But if your intuition is saying no, then say no. The more you trust your intuition, the stronger it's going to get. And Leo, your intuition is going to guide you this month. It's going to guide you through these triggers. It's going to guide you through this, whatever this disharmony is with this karma card. Your intuition is going to guide you through it, okay? Let's see what will help the Leo collective align with their highest path, their highest purpose, their highest timeline for the month ahead. Now, if you'd like to join me for the extended reading, I'll dive in a little bit deeper into this reading. We'll also pull a card from, I may have already said this, Moonology, Archangels and Crystals, Animal Spirit. The link to join the extended reading, that's going to be down below in the comments, okay? Not only do you get access to the extended reading, but we also, in the Sacred Self-Empowered Community membership, we meet twice a month on Zoom. Once a month, we do a sacred ceremony, a guided meditation with some energy practices. And once a month, we do a group reading, and it's a really private and intimate group. So we get a little bit of one-on-one time. It's really nice. What will help the Leo collective to align with their highest path, their highest purpose, their highest destiny, their highest timeline in the month ahead, please? Okay, tough love. All right, Leo. Tough love. What did I say? This is my tough love deck. It's time to get real honest with yourself. It's time to get real honest with yourself. That's what this card says. It says, stop tiptoeing around. What have you been avoiding? Is it a tough conversation that needs to be said that you have not been willing to have just yet? Is it self-sabotage, getting in your own way? Are you eating really crappy? Are you not getting enough sleep? Are you doom scrolling all day, every day? What's your screen time at? Be honest with yourself, okay? This is something that I have talked with a lot of people about in my one-on-one sessions. It's like, oh, I don't have time for this. I don't have time for that. Well, yeah, what's your screen time at? I bet you do have time. It's just a matter of you're prioritizing your time by doom scrolling on TikTok or maybe YouTube. Shut this video off when you're done, okay, Leo? Shut this video off when you're done and go and do what you want to do, what your soul is telling you to do. Maybe you've been avoiding exercise or eating right or journaling or meditating or spending time with the people that you truly love or picking up the phone and calling and checking in on people that you really love that you've been neglecting. This card says that it's time to tell the truth about something that you've been avoiding. This is a card about being honest with yourself, okay? This is a card about getting really, really honest with yourself about whatever it is that you've been avoiding. It's time to get real. It's time to be honest. Give yourself the tough love that you need. And again, lean on those spiritual gifts, okay? If you're not sure what this is, you're like, I don't know, what do I need to get honest with myself about? What does your intuition say? What is that first thing that comes to mind when you hear this? You can let me know down below in the comments if this is speaking to you, okay? What is this? What is this that you've been avoiding? Is it self-sabotage, like procrastination, avoidance, perfectionism, paralysis? Is it unhealthy coping mechanisms? Is there something you need to heal? I feel like for a lot of you, it's like unspoken words and habits. Yeah, habits for sure. For a lot of you, it's habits, but I feel like there's a lot of you, Leo, who you need to have a conversation with someone and you've been avoiding that conversation. I wonder if some of you will be going through a breakup this month. And I want you to remember that this happens to us, not for us, okay? So when we're going through something like that, if it is a breakup, it's like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. Oh, this is so terrible, so terrible. But then maybe you meet the love of your life in 6 months, right? You never know. You never know. I'm really curious how this lands with you, Leo. And if this wasn't resonating with you, please don't forget to check out your sun, your moon, your rising, your Venus, or anywhere else in your chart for that matter. And again, it's like a puzzle. All the pieces fit together to give you a really good overview of what's to come in the month ahead. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into this on the extended, so I do hope to see you over there. You can find the link to join me down below in the comments.